Hi and welcome to the final part of the Python environment series. My name is Gino. I am the president of the Undergrad AI Society. Where we last left off in the last video, we were making a Matplotlib project. Today we're going to make a different environment with different packages installed. To do so, we're first going to open up a terminal. Now I'm going to use Alacrity, but you can use any terminal emulator you're comfortable with. Now I'm going to run conda create OpenAI with the end flag. I'm going to hit run and then say yes to proceed. Now they have this new environment, we're going to activate it. So I'm going to run conda activate OpenAI. And now that I have activated this new environment, I want to use pip. To use pip within this environment, I'm going to install it by running conda install pip. I'm going to say yes to proceed. Now that we have this installed, we can actually use pip. And the reason why this is important is because now when we use pip, the pip in this instance is actually going to install the packages to our local environment. So now I want to install gym, so I do pip install gym, and I also install OpenAI's gym library that we're going to be using for this activity. And now that it has finished installing, we are going to actually create the Python file. So to do that, we're just going to open a Python file in a text editor of your choice. I'm going to be using Vim, but you can use any text editor you are comfortable with, such as VS Code, Sublime, or even, God forbid, Emacs. Now that we've opened the terminal, we're going to import gym, and we're also going to import matplotlib, and then hit quit and save. And now we're going to run it, and now we're going to get an error that no module named matplotlib. The reason we're getting this error is that even though we had matplotlib installed from the last activity, it's on a different environment, right? Since environments are completely separate, even though I have matplotlib on that environment, I can't access it from this environment, so that's why I get the error. Now I'm going to jump back into the file, and I'm actually going to remove that line because we don't actually use matplotlib for this activity. I just had it there for the purposes of demonstration on the effects of an actual environment. And now to continue, I'm going to create an environment variable. Is different from a Python environment is a gym environment, and that's specific to the program we're actually making. Now I'm going to make this the carpool version 1. That's the popular one they use on the demo on OpenAI's website. I'm gonna reset the environment before I even run anything, and then I'm going to make a for loop and then run, for example, 200 times. And within the for loop, I'm going to render each scene each time I run this, so I can actually know what's going on. Now I'm going to assign an action to environment.action space.sample, and what it's essentially just doing, it's going to take a random action from the sample space action space that it has. And now I'm going to run environment.step, and then within the step I'm going to take the action I just previously ran, and then it's actually going to return a tuple. And for the sake of this activity, we actually only really care about the second index element of this tuple, and we're going to assign it to done. Then if we're done, we're simply going to reset the environment again for the next iteration that it runs, and then I'm going to exit out of this whole loop and then just do environment.close. Now I'm going to hit quit and save, and now if I run this, you'll see that boom, it is running a bunch of simulations and it is done. So that was a very short and brief activity. Now we weren't really doing any machine learning on this. right? Even though we are a machine learning club, that wasn't the purpose of the activity itself. The purpose of the activity is to show you how the Python environments actually sandbox each other. However, if you are interested in more machine learning or AI oriented series or tutorials in the future, do stay tuned. And if you do have specific requests, you can leave it in the comment or uh, just give a shout out in the Slack. But other than that, that will be the end for the series. Both me and Paul had a lot of fun making this. Originally, it was meant to be in person, and we had to adapt it to, be remote and on YouTube due to the ongoing viral pandemic. However, we still enjoyed it, so hope you did too. Hope you learned from this, which is the most important part. Well, I hope you had a nice day, and goodbye.